What's going on, everybody? Jeff Holiday here, and I just woke up, and apparently Miss Jillian Epperly is very upset with you-know-who. Little old me. What did I ever do? Why is she so mad at me? Anyway, I have horrible... not that bad. Kind of bad bedhead. So, you know what? I'm just gonna rock with it. We're gonna go horrible bedhead... response to Jillian. That's what we're doing. We're gonna have some fun. Let's go. So this shiny turd of a video is called Nobody Dies or Died from JillyJuice. Let's go.
No matter how much you take JillyJuice, you won't die from it. Not only it's a probiotic, but like anything, you take too much of anything, the body's natural defenses are going to throw it up or you'll poop it out.
Okay, all right. Your body can only tolerate so much. We understand this. We've had the functional understanding of this for decades, centuries. Your body can only handle so much of certain things, and then you start suffering things like organ failure. And also, if your body, and it's true, your body has natural purging systems like throwing up or having diarrhea or whatever. That's absolutely true. But that doesn't mean that that's a good thing. It means that you have a bunch of bad stuff in you, and your body's trying to rectify that. The very existence of waterfalls is a perfect example of how JillyJuice is not healthy for you. But Jillian doesn't understand that.
When you, I don't know, eat too much food, drink too much water, the body will go to its natural defenses. So there is no amount of JillyJuice that is going to kill anybody, harm anybody, anything. So one of the things yesterday I wanted to make sure...
Literally the only reason why she could say that is because there's never actually been a legal prosecution levied towards her where somebody had to look into it and get a doctor's full opinion on one specific case study. If there were, she'd be fucked. But so far, because Jillian is effectively nobody, is why she has not been thrown in fucking jail for some of this shit. I got great pause game today, man. Great pause game today.
Even that hospice patient didn't die on the JillyJuice. He died from cancer, disease, and chronic illness, from pancreatic cancer. He died from an overwhelming amount of antibodies that his body was not able to purge out because he didn't take enough of the JillyJuice.
Okay, first of all, you don't know what the fucking antibody is. Your body produces antibodies to try and fight off infections. That's what an antibody is. Jillian, you still continue to fuck this up. You don't understand what an antibody is. You don't understand what hormones are. You don't understand anything about biology. I don't know why the fuck people keep listening to you, because this is idiotic. It's actually idiotic. But you're right. Bruce Wilmot did not die from drinking JillyJuice. I have never said that he did. I said that Bruce Wilmot suffered horribly because he was drinking JillyJuice, desperately trying to save his own life. That maybe his death might have been exacerbated. I don't know. Nobody knows for sure. Not that it even matters anyway, because he was terminal. But that possibly his death was exacerbated by drinking JillyJuice and having to suffer with hypernatremia and end-stage cancer. No, Jillian, your juice did not kill Bruce. Your juice, your advice, you caused him to suffer. Unimaginably. Until he died.
No one's died on JillyJuice. Because if that were the case, I'd be in jail. I would have been told to cease and desist any marketing. I would have been told to stop it. Like they've done to Dr. CB. What they've done to all the different cult herbal gurus out there that they have had injunctions against.
It's because despite the fact that, well, you're kind of the butt of the joke for other YouTubers and Dr. Phil and other people out there in the world, nobody knows who the fuck you are. Your reach is only so far. The reason why we keep bringing you up is because you're that goddamn ridiculous. That's why. And because you have a very blasé, shitty personality about how you view your responsibility towards people that you hurt. That's why.
Nobody has died on JillyJuice at all whatsoever. Nobody has died from JillyJuice.
We don't know that either. We don't know that either because there was that poor woman. There was a poor woman who got on the juice, had absolutely no history whatsoever of epilepsy or seizures or anything at all. She got on the protocol, and one of the possible side effects, well, not side effects, one of the possible effects of hypernatremia, which is what you encourage people to do, is seizures. And she had a seizure in the bathtub and drowned. Now, I still don't make a big point of rubbing your face in that case, Jillian, because out of respect for the family, people don't want that case brought up and her name spoken out loud. But that did happen. That is, unfortunately, a reality. Did your juice have anything to do with it? Well, I don't know. But it is a little bit suspicious, don't you think?
He got on the JillyJuice too late. He couldn't handle the healing process. He stopped.
You see, the thing is, when somebody who was on the JillyJuice protocol dies, it's because they didn't do the JillyJuice right. This is why everybody thinks that you are such an absolute tyrannical bitch, Jillian. Because rather than just not mention Bruce altogether, which is probably the smartest fucking thing that you could do, you get all uppity. You sit there and you get like crawling inside that worm-infested fucking brain of yours, and you're like, you know what? It's not fair that I should feel so bad about these things because it's not actually my fault. None of that is actually my fault. I'm going to go and I'm going to run my mouth about somebody who fucking died. And then you get surprised when people start calling you out. Like, I don't understand how you don't fucking get this. Just keep your fucking mouth shut. Just don't mention Bruce Wilmot ever. Ever. You're not the one who had to talk to his fucking family. I talked to his family. I did. Not you. You blame him for his own fucking death. This woman is fucking evil, all right? You are fucking evil, Jillian.
Cannabis and antibiotic, that will work against you because antibiotic is anti-life. If you're in hospice and you're taking antibiotics and prescription drugs and cannabis, that's going to work against you.
Okay.
If he was to only do the Jilly.
Okay, this is intolerable because this whole video, it sounds like, is going to be her trying to make excuses for how she helped along the suffering of a fucking cancer patient. And you know what? Fine. If you want to grab that crowbar and start fucking stuffing your mouth with your own fucking foot, man, I'm here for it. I live for it. Let's do it. Let's go. But Jesus Christ, Jillian, is it an imbalance of your fungus, or is it your antibodies? Is it your hormones, or is it the parasites? Which is it that's causing all this disease and dysfunction, Jillian? Which one is it? Which one of those four? Or are they all the same now, magically? How in the fucking world is it 5 years now that everything has drastically changed in your whole methodology, and you can still convince these people that you know what you're talking about? How? You yourself do not even hold true to the ideas in which you published a book on. You don't even believe any of that anymore.
I'm not going to stop talking about Bill Gates because I understand what Bill Gates is going through. I'm going through the same shit with the Jeff Holiday dude, and I said his name. So this is for Jeff Holiday.
Ooh. Oh, all right. Okay, here we are. I was wondering when we would get to this. Go on.
You know, you make too much money off the people who are in fear. You make too much money off of ignorance. You don't understand probiotics, you don't understand antibiotics, you don't understand science and chemistry and all of that, and I get that.
I don't understand science. I don't understand chemistry. I don't understand probiotics or antibiotics. Really? Really? Wow. That's fascinating. Holy shit. 4 years now I've been dunking on you, bitch. 4 fucking years. The one time I ever slipped up was because I got so flustered with the most inane shit that you say that I forgot that even though salt is in the spice cabinet, it's actually a mineral. 1. You got 1 on me. 1. Compared to an entire catalog, a library of showcasing your dumb fuckery to hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people. Okay.
And you have a lot of fear.
I have a lot of fear.
So there are a lot of Jeff Holidays out there that are demonizing Bill Gates and demonizing the vaccines, but they have a place.
I love Bill Gates.
Will they have a place today? Well, obviously not. You're seeing people are going like crazy. They are so against the billionaires. They're so against Microsoft. They're so against Windows.
Well, I like Bill Gates, okay? I actually really like Bill Gates. His philanthropy work that he's been doing, wonderful stuff. Very pro-vaccine. I'm all about Bill Gates. I was way about Bill Gates before you were about Bill Gates, bitch.
They're so against the vaccines. It's like Bill Gates can't win for losing no matter what. But I also understand why, because, you know, when people are jealous of money and then they have predispositions, it's only natural to find the nearest enemy. And so Jeff Holiday figured out that JillyJuice is the nearest enemy because he doesn't understand it, and he has people in his world that doesn't understand it, and that's fine.
I don't understand JillyJuice. I don't understand JillyJuice. There's maybe 3 people on this planet who have consumed more JillyJuice content than anybody else in the world. One is you because you make it. The other is my friend Carol, and then me, okay? Nobody has more of a functional understanding than the 3 of us, and you are the only one who has no comprehension of the actual biomechanical science behind your own stupid invention. So, no, bitch, I think I understand JillyJuice better than you do. Actually, weird. Jillian is my Carol Baskin.
You know, I mean, what is Jeff Holiday saying about, you know, me as far as breaking any laws and killing people? I'm not in jail. Okay? Bill Gates isn't in jail.
I have very specifically said that you are not breaking any laws. I am very clear about that. I tell that to people all the time. They're like, why is Jillian not in jail? I'm like, because she's not breaking any laws. It's kind of a little bit of a failure on the part of the authorities for trying to protect the public from, nasty people like this who could compel them into doing terrible shit. But I mean, it's like anything else. You know, Jim Jones technically wasn't committing a crime by telling people to drink poison. They chose to drink that poison themselves. Well, the ones that weren't forced to. But that doesn't mean that it was right. Just because you're not breaking the law doesn't mean you're not doing anything wrong. Okay?
My juice isn't poisonous. You know,
it is poisonous. Yes, it is.
So why am I not in jail? Because I haven't done anything wrong. Bill Gates has not done anything wrong. All right? Many of you, all of you, have predispositions. Even Jeff Holiday has predispositions. He has reproduced. He has created babies off of his imbalanced body.
Are you about to talk about my kid? Yeah, like, for those who haven't been completely caught up in the JillyJuice philosophy, Jillian is of the mind that because we do not live forever, we are on a death trajectory, and that is why we have children. The only reason why we have children is because we die, which is not an original philosophical concept, I'll have you know, but that's because she believes that her juice can make people immortal. Honestly, I think that's because she's probably either barren or understands that she has very little chance of keeping a baby alive if she was to produce one. So we'll see. What else you got to say about my kid?
Okay? So, you know, I hope he wakes up one day, but when you make so much money off of demonizing a person, place, or thing, it's not lucrative to change your position midstream.
Okay, first of all, I do not make a lot of money doing YouTube. Not a lot. I'm very open about how much money I do make across all the different types of things I do, from streaming platforms, the ad revenue that comes passively from YouTube videos that aren't demonetized, and from Patreon contributions. I net somewhere like in the mid, sometimes a little bit upper, $20,000 a year. That is not a ton of fucking money. And of that, a very tiny portion of that has literally anything to do with JillyJuice or Jillian. But the fact that I can make money while advocating that people don't get taken in by this crazy person who is actually hurting people and poisoning them makes me feel awesome. Awesome. I can literally make a living by trying to help people not get hurt and taken advantage of by con artists. I consider myself incredibly lucky. I feel very blessed by that, and I never take that for granted.
You know, poor Jeff Holiday hasn't given himself enough. He's too busy taking from other people, taking energy. When you don't have enough of yourself, you take from others. And
what have I taken from anybody? I haven't taken a damn thing. I wonder if she actually thinks that, like, I have done anything bad to her. I legitimately wonder about this sometimes. Like, is Jillian under the impression that I am responsible for her misfortunes when it comes to JillyJuice? I wonder about this. I think about it very, very often. Because the truth of the matter is, before I started making videos on Jillian, there was a couple of people who didn't have larger social media profiles, and they contacted me and let me know about the situation. They also had contacted the Dr. Phil people. So prior to even the Dr. Phil episode, the person that is directly the most responsible for Jillian even being a presence on the internet was me. Jillian's fame started with me. I gave that to her. I made her famous. And then Dr. Phil made her more famous. And then a bunch of other people like Destry Smith and PewDiePie made her even more famous. These are people who gave you attention, Jillian. We gave you attention. You didn't earn it. We gave you that attention because you're that goddamn stupid and you're a lolcow. You're hilarious. But how that takes anything from you? No. Absolutely not. Nobody is taking anything from you. You are getting exactly what you deserve.
I'm giving Jeff Holiday a stay of execution. He's making money off me temporarily. But he has an expiration date.
Do I?
Eventually, he's not going to be able to do this anymore. I mean, look at PewDiePie. He had to leave for whatever reason. It got to him. He fed off me for a minute, and then it became too much.
You know, I was just thinking to myself that isn't it odd that about a year and a half after PewDiePie makes a video on Jillian, PewDiePie has to take a leave of absence from YouTube. That's amazing, Jillian. That's amazing. I never thought of that. I see you laughing over there. Memory's in the kitchen right there, laughing her ass off. Jillian, I can't believe I didn't think of that. You single-handedly defeated PewDiePie because he had an expiration date, because he deigned to speak ill of the juice, and that's why PewDiePie can't even be on the internet anymore. That's amazing. Oh my fucking god! You self-absorbed narcissistic bitch! What the fuck?
When you have to keep up this charade of just feeding off of people that you have no business feeding off of, you have an expiration date. Eventually, you're going to have to learn how to feed yourself. But here's the thing. I can handle what's going on out there. Not many of you can. Some of you say you can. But it's actually destroying you from the inside and you don't even know it. Because you haven't balanced it all out. You're not doing JJuice. And if you're doing it, it's like a little bit. So it's not really doing anything for you.
I like how Jillian can get so elitist about this shit so quickly. Like the drop of a hat. Bam, like that. Like, most of you can't handle it like I can handle it. Yeah, you're handling it real well right now, champ. Real well. You don't look mad at all. You don't look salty at all. Salty. But no, like, she can't just say that. She can't just tout herself up like she has to deal with the trolls. She then has to shit on her own audience. Most of you can only handle just like, a couple of teaspoons of the juice. You're not really like on my level, Like, I'm the juice fucking master. When's the last time, Jillian, you chugged a gallon of that shit on one of your videos? When's the last time? Hey, any of you JillyJuice people that might be watching this video, because I'm going to aggressively push it on everybody I possibly can that is still trying to drink the juice. When is the last time Jillian demonstrated that she actually does it? If the juice works and the protocol calls for her to drink a gallon of this shit a day, then you guys should demand that when she does her daily videos, she is drinking that fucking juice. Is that too much to ask? Is that honestly too much to ask? Really? I don't think so. Put your money where your mouth is, Jillian. Drink the juice every single day in your videos. Every single day.
People die from the amount of antibiotics and the amount of antibodies that are in their body, mind, and spirit.
No.
Okay?
No. None of that is
That's
true.
what people die from.
No, none of that is true.
They don't die from JillyJuice. Nobody dies from JillyJuice. Salt is not antibiotic.
That's easy to say for somebody who isn't drinking JillyJuice. I don't think you're drinking the juice, Jillian. I don't. I'm putting you on blast here. You try to put me on blast, pathetically. I'm putting you on blast. Why aren't you drinking the juice? Okay, so the last little bit that I want to add to this video is about M. And I really hope that I never have to speak about this person again, because I now understand a very uncomfortable truth. M does not know how the internet works. Despite my attempts to try and hide the identity of her and her family, she keeps trying to get more public and is now challenging the trolls. This is a terrible idea. She's very upset because she feels she's being harassed. I went and I looked. I saw maybe 10 comments. You have no idea what being harassed on the internet is actually like. I'm sorry. And most of those were people who were concerned. She equated the people who are anti-Jillian to a gang of skinheads, which is doubly funny given how much skinheads absolutely despise me. I am apparently a cult leader. That's also pretty ironic. There is a concern that I profit too much off of Jillian and JillyJuice. I absolutely 100% have zero problem profiting off of trashing Jillian, because she's a terrible human being. But again, I did not monetize the video in which I talked about this other person. I made no money off that. The view count for it is well over 50,000 views at this point. 50,000 views. That's a lot of money. I would like that money, but I wouldn't feel comfortable trying to profit off of a situation like this, because I wanted it to be a genuine effort. And it was a genuine effort, whether you feel that way or not. But why is it such a genuine effort? His name is Bruce Wilmot. That's why. There's all this hubbub and trying a way to talk down it all is just nonsensical trolls. And where's your evidence? And why isn't Jillian in jail? And why isn't this? And blah, blah, blah. It's childish. Childish to not understand how the grift works. How somebody can evade justice. We've been talking about this and about Jillian evading any responsibility for the horrible things she has done for years. But none of these people that are involved in this situation, not even Jillian, spoke to Bruce Wilmot's family. I did. And I'm sorry if it makes you uncomfortable that utilizing the ability to have, fair use to try and compel and get as many people as I can to compel somebody who looks like they're about to die to not take something that is vastly fucking unhealthy, that every single fucking medical professional will tell you is unhealthy. I will not apologize for that. I will not apologize for it because I spoke to somebody whose family member unnecessarily suffered all the way up until they died because of Jillian, Epperly, and JillyJuice. So if you think for one moment I'm ever going to feel bad about any of the actions I've done in this, you can kiss my ass. Okay? Now for anybody else, I guess the saga continues. I would be really happy if Jillian just disappeared tomorrow. I may lose out on some money, but goddamn am I tired of it. From my family dears, I hope you are well. I hope they're well. Take care. We'll see you next time, everybody. Bye-bye.